YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, back in Total War Attila. And yes, the legend, wait for it, dairy campaign. Legendary, folks. It's legendary. Mostly legendary because of Sextus. I mean, I think we all have to admit that. Now, what is going on? Got my camera turned all kinds of funky directions. It's like the ghost of Total War or something here. Had control of my campaign. Yeah, sorry if I'm a little out of it. I think I'm still here. I've had 2 very long days and I haven't had a lot of sleep. I was hoping to get a lot recorded while I was out on this trip, but the audit is long and it's taking a lot of time, and it's just making it very challenging in the evening to be recording because I think it's like 10:30 and I just got back to the hotel and I have to be back out of the hotel. It's not like it's crazy, but I have to be back downstairs and ready to go, leave the building with all my stuff and stuff at like 7 o'clock. So I'm not going to get a lot more sleep tonight too after we get this recorded. But you know what? That's okay because I like this. I like getting to play some Total War. Like it a lot, in fact. So pretty excited for the opportunity. This campaign is a ton of fun for me. Like I've had a ton of fun in campaigns before, and I am certainly having a lot of fun in this campaign, and it's just been a really good one for me. Let's see what else we can do here. We can go ahead and give this guy the public order, which this guy ought to really be generating plenty of public order in whichever province he's present. The Quadians are still alive. Let's go ahead and wipe them out. I mean, it's not like me to let Quadians walk away peacefully, even if it's only 28 of them. Kind of just goes against every standard that I've set here in the new patchyized version of the Western Roman Empire. Going to kill the captives, of course. They're not worth letting live. Though I wish there was an option to leave one alive, but maybe you could still castrate him just to send the message, and let him go back and be the story for all the others to recognize and fear. Let's do integrity. So that army is in good shape. We have a ton of money. We're making a ton of money, which means we probably ought to make more armies. Let's see how close we are to all my caps in terms of armies and fleets. No, so we're at 10 of 10 armies, so we can't raise any more armies. So we can't have more fleets. And at this point, we might as well. We have the money. We might as well get the fleets. Certainly not going to hurt anything.
At your command.
Do I have my movement points with Sextus and Appius? I do. And we need to capture Londinium, and we're going to suffer some attrition doing so, but we certainly need to capture it.
At your command.
Of course, we could just wait out the winter and then not have to take that extra attrition. Let's do that. Let's just go ahead and fortify, hold for the winter, and we will move back over soon enough. Let's take a look at our fleet situation. This fleet still busy retraining, and we kind of need more fleets. We have this fishing jetty here. Ravenna. Did I ever build them? I've just built a fishing jetty. We're about to complete another fishing jetty over here. So what we could do is just transform this one over to the military jetties and see what we can do in terms of improving and getting a better navy. I mean, like I said, we might as well get some good navies, and they could be very handy at taking coastal towns and just establishing dominance in general. I don't think there's anything wrong with that idea. I'm going to take this transport fleet over to Salty Carthage and get ready to join this other army here. We can actually upgrade these guys to Legio Comitatenses. Let's do that. And we're going to go take full control of Africa. That's definitely on my list. And then Britannia's on my list. So I want to capture Africa and Britannia, maybe because they're very defensible. Britannia doesn't really offer me a lot in terms of economics or anything else, but it'll be okay. We'll make it work. But North Africa ought to be fairly wealthy for me. I mean, the Sahara province, not so much, but we'll make it work. And eventually, I want to work my way over here to Egypt. It becomes a relatively defensible position in the sense that you can bottleneck people here in the Sinai. And if you put a fleet out here, you can control a lot of the stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I have in mind. Looks like the Himyar are in control of these. No, that's the Axum. Is it the Axum? can't remember if it's... Nah, yeah, this is the Himyar over here. So both those factions still alive. So, should be interesting. We'll take a look at it, see what we can do. This province wouldn't be too bad to own as well. And I certainly do want to invade Greece and, Illyria and all these other places. I very much want to, but look at the Huns over here. Just these 3 death stacks already, and Attila's not even here. And what concerns me is just kind of getting overextended in terms of borders. So right now you can see that I have a very concentrated empire, lots of concentrated strength here. Britannia would be easily defensible against the Huns because they have to either cross here or go out to sea, which would be very dangerous for them. And same thing, over here I can easily have a navy to defend. This interior part is hard for them to get to with the navy. And then, I can defend the coast of Africa and other stuff like that. I'm kind of hoping that this blob of both friend and foe alike up here will give the Huns something to chew on, something to get, a little bit beat up and roughed up by. And once the Huns are out of the way, I'll just basically explode back into all the old West Roman lands, and then obviously go retake what the foolish Eastern Empire has so easily thrown away at this point. So that's my goal. For those of you wondering, I have a lot of people trying to guess what my strategy is. That's what my strategy is at the moment. Someone did point out that we have this spy standing up here, and we don't really need him there. That's correct. Let's bring him back down here to help out. In terms of upgrades to buildings, there's actually not a ton for me to do right now because I need to get certain buildings available through research, but I'm so busy pushing forward on military research that it's limiting what I can build at the moment. Now, there may be some things I can build, and I'm going to go through here and look at that real quick. The public order in Carthage is going to be struggling, though. We just got this forum put up, and it ought to be improving. Plus, we have this Sculpture of the Divine as well, which ought to... this is a freebie. You might as well upgrade that when we got a ton of money. Food is quite plentiful at the moment as well, so it kind of seems like that would be kind of a no... Well, this is going to require food, though. Yeah, it's going to require food, certainly. Salty Carthage. So that one's another 40 food, and each of these are 20, so we would eat up a total of 80 food to upgrade all the town centers, which would leave us with not much to do anything with this forum. And we kind of want the forum. I could get rid of the governor's palace. You do get nice wealth from culture from it, but we could ditch the governor's palace. That might be the best way to go. If we ditch the governor's palace and rebuild it into an amphitheater, we can get the biggest possible public order boost, and then that along with the public order from this ought to outweigh everything else we're doing. And then I could turn this into like a food trader, and that way we could upgrade all the cities and anything else that requires food potentially. And then we have one more building slot that'll eventually come into play, and we can do something different with that. 2 more building slots in the province. So maybe that's what we should do. It's going to hurt public order in the short term, but let's go ahead and tear that down and start working on that. Because we have this aqueduct as well. And a little bit of public order and a ton of sanitation that we can get off of that. So we might as well go ahead and upgrade the cavalry stables here. I meant to switch it, so I forgot I switched this over, actually. Let's upgrade that so I can get some good cavalry off those stables before I go after the African factions. I think I have good cavalry here, so let's just take a look at some of the other provinces around here. So in this province, it is plentiful. We have plenty of docks for food. We've now got this upgraded to where we can build the amphitheater. We'll get the biggest possible public order boost, and public order is back in the positive, which means we can potentially look at upgrading some of these other structures. We're getting +6 from the religious building. I am thinking, let's go fishing jetty, convert to, we might as well make more money. Convert to sheep flock. Convert to sheep flock. This building here eats food. It does give me sanitation, but so does this one. That one's sanitation +3, and this one does not eat food. I wonder if I could build like another religious building here, because then I just get better public order boost. And I get a little bit of sanitation to each province. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna tear this thing down and over time kind of build it back up into that. Is the aqueduct? The aqueduct's just maintenance costs, so just build it because I'm just trying to spend money at this point. So there we go. We've spent our money. I mean, there's not really any need to just let it sit around doing nothing. So I think we are ready to end a turn. Let's go ahead and do that so that hopefully we can get on to the big invasion from Sextus. That's really what I am looking for here. Some of you wanted me to rearrange the governors a bit too. We could probably do that. Well. Sextus shows up in Britannia, and all of a sudden the Caledonians look for peace. He'll give them peace, all right, a piece of his mind, pieces of their loved ones back, you know, after sacking settlements and all that other kind of stuff. Yeah, Sextus will be giving them pieces of many things. It's just not going to be anything that they like, I don't believe. Look at the Saxons retreating back to try and defend their settlement. That's good. They should. Let them try to defend their settlement is what I should say. I do not believe that they will succeed. Getting my Imperium up would be nice, though, if it unlocks more armies for me, though it's going to increase corruption. But at this point, we're making so much money, and even with the taxes up higher, we're stabilized. I do need to see if it's had any impact whatsoever on the immigration. Probably not, because I've been raising settlements, and I want to say that that increases the immigration, so I've probably been counterproductive in my attempts to decrease the public order penalties due to immigration. But hey, wouldn't that not be the first time that Heir has shot his own self in the foot in terms of some of his policies? But hey, I mean, that's part of the fun here, at least I feel like it is. There's some rebels looking to mess with the Swabians. Sounds like a problem for the Swabians, though, not so much me. I mean, I like them. I don't like them that much. Attrition for Patchy's Fist and Ligurius. So that one's fine. I'm not real worried about that. Let's see. We did find a worthy bride, so that's good. We'll take her hand. So now we've got another married family member here. This guy needs to get married too. Appius, why are you not married, my friend? There we go. Seek a wife so that these guys can... you know, propagate a family here without me having to just constantly adopt people. Looks like Flavius there has got some good public order going. Let's see. We're making so much money. It's great. Absolutely love it. Londinium should be ripe for the taking, and I want to get it before the Swabians do. That's going to be my goal here. There's a Swabian stack here, and I appreciate their help, but I really don't want them taking my provinces. And they're going to be here, and they're going to mooch off me, no doubt. Mooch off my success. So Londinium is going to be sieged, and it has a substantial number of defenders, but attacked by 2 stacks, I think there's going to be very little that they can do in terms of actual protection. Let's go ahead and start building siege engines. We're going to continue the siege. I want to siege the city up for at least a few seasons here. And let's see. I think we're set here. Both these armies, Appius can back them up. We won't suffer attrition for a few more seasons, so good shape. I've got Londinium pinned down. We'll see what the Swabians do. Like I said, I hope they don't actually successfully go take any territory, because I'd really like to have this territory. Who is this? Thrungians? So... yeah, they're up in the mountains. Not sure what they're doing. They're not taking any attrition in the mountains, which is interesting enough. Now, we do know that armies can come down here into Verona, but I think they would just end up getting chewed up. Let's kind of just station this army at a good point, ready to move in either direction to counter the Thrungians. Not really sure what those chaps have in mind. Let's see. This army is... fully up to speed. We've got the military training and replenishment and everything else going on. Enables a press on a foreign agent. Sabotage building. Foreign settlement. Sabotage army would be nice. Let's open that one up. I don't use a lot of these agents that actively because I really just want them training my troops probably more than anything at this point. Let's see. Wouldn't hurt to get this navy back up to Britannia to help me out. So I'm going to start sailing up that way. Oh, there's a Pictish transport fleet. 2 of them, actually. And I didn't see them prior to moving. Might have been able to attack one, but they'll probably run away. Let's go ahead and start moving this army to counter the Picts. This is not a great army, but it's got a few decent units in it, so it will survive. Is that a mercenary onager? No, fortunately, because they're pretty expensive. Okay. I wanted to check the immigration. That's right. Let's go in here and take a look at the immigrants. It looks like it's still... No, it's actually dropped some. It was 90% pretty much everywhere, so we are somewhat successfully fighting it. If I quit raising settlements, it'll probably improve even quicker. So that ought to be taking the public order penalties down a little bit, my settlements. That's good news. Good news indeed. Looks like our fleet has reached Africa safely and disembarked. And we can now move up to the border of the African rebels. And we will teach them that their rebellion was indeed foolishness. Carthage is going to get a little upset as we tear down this governor's palace chain building and rebuild it with something different. I've already got the forum started here, so I'm going to start building the auditorium. And we'll tear this down and build it back up into the food trader. So that's what we'll do. We may go negative on food for a turn or two, but I doubt it, and we should be fine. And in terms of this building here, that should be a no-brainer. Extra wealth from culture, sanitation, it's good stuff. Let's see. What do I need to do? I have an army here. Probably just gonna leave it around just for a little extra defense. I mean, 4 armies in Italy makes me pretty safe. I've still got the army here in Iberia, and then 2 armies. Well, I've also got one right here in Narbonensis. So Iberia is guarded by 2 armies. This one's not a very good one. But as Narbo is kind of stabilized here, or hopefully is stabilized, let's see. I can go actually, yeah, I'm going to go move out for a couple turns just to go train some cavalry. And maybe what we'll do is swap this army down here for now, and we'll train some cavalry and crossbows and other fun stuff into the other army. So I think we've kind of switched everybody around, got them where we want them. Let's see, it was out here. Was it out here? I was working on building some stuff. Yeah, I was going to tear this down, build a religious building. Got the fishing ports coming up. Public order here is pretty stable. We can count on it. We got decent food supply. If we build this up, we'll get more food supply, which we might as well do, especially with stable public order. The theater, we could go to the Great Theater, which would give us, that eats a lot of food. Let's just kind of play it by ear at the moment. And we'll kind of be good with a couple of those upgrades. We don't have to do them all. Let's take a look here. Baetica. Food is not bad. Public order is pretty strong here, so we might as well upgrade the wheat farms to help support other types of building chains. And we've also got a port out here if we needed extra food for fish. And I think here the Great Theater would be a nice upgrade, and we should be able to cover it. Well, we could easily cover it with just the fishing jetties right here, too. So we can also upgrade that temple there. So we're finding ways to spend our money and keep the upgrades going, which is definitely what we want. We'll see if we get any fights on this turn end. Should be interesting to see.
Commander.
Let's see. We've got this veteran. Probably just going to open up a sabotage army here. And should be good on him. And then Appius Herminius Marcellus. So good old Marcellus here. There we go. Get him a little extra. Oh, he was a governor. I was thinking he was a general. Whoops. Probably should have made him better at governor stuff, but whoops. My bad. Oh, it's going to be nice to wipe out those Ebdanians. They've been quite the little pest. Oh, man. Constantinople was in bad, bad shape. Someone said I should send a fleet over to reinforce my... If I had a good fleet, I could. I doubt I can make it in time. No, there won't be any peace treaties, but feel free to attack me if you want. I'd be happy to fight you. The Saxons are definitely up to something. Must be agents. Yeah, it's just agents. I was hoping they'd move in some big armies and attack me so I could get in a big fight with Sextus and Appius for the first time together, but they're just not going to gratify that desire for me. I kind of need to siege Londinium for one more turn. I kind of want to soften it up and make sure I have plenty of siege towers so that I can get to the wall in many locations. And some of the towers hopefully will get destroyed during the siege. Thrungians are just really apparently enjoy frostbite because they're up there and they're not suffering any attrition either, which maybe that's a faction trait for them. Just see what we end up with here.
Our war has brought bloodshed, but without gain or progress. Let us end
Eastern Roman separatists want a peace treaty. I'm alright. Alright. So there we are, through another turn in. Yeah, the Saxons, there's their scout. It was doing some work at Britannia Superior. And another scout. Noble marriage. That's good. So, yeah, we got all of our guys married off here. And their wife can potentially gain influence as well. So this is good for us. We've actually got a legitimate heir here. 4 years old. I want to say that Sextus is older than Flavius. He is. He's quite a bit older. And he'll be a good heir to the throne just in case anything were to happen to Flavius until Maximus here is grown. But who knows, maybe Sextus will like murder Maximus or something in an attempt to take over the empire. We'll see. I like Sextus though. I definitely am not trying to get him killed. Certainly want to keep him around. He has become kind of a fun character here. Look at this. They got another transport fleet up here. The Swabians are definitely looking to jump right on into Britannia. And since they are, I'm going to... Crap. I was hoping that I could get all the way over here in one turn. But because of that stupid agent action, I can't. I really want to get over here and take this settlement before the Swabians do. But if the Swabians have to land, I don't think... Yeah, they won't be able to get there before me. So good. We'll split off with Appius. A bit of a risk because then Sextus could get singled out. But I don't think that he'll actually be taken out. And I really want to make sure we get all the settlements in Britannia that we can. I really want to control them all, preferably. Do something that Caesar never did. Control the island in its entirety. That would be absolutely spectacular. We'll see what happens. Got the grape press, the latrines. How much sanitation do we get from the religious city religion? +4 to all regions. Ooh, be kind of close because we have quite a bit of sanitation negatives. Oh, it goes all the way up to +8 here. That might cover it. What are we getting from this one? We're getting 4 to all regions, but 6 in this province. So that's the main reason why we're overcoming it. We'd be fine out here, but yeah, I may switch that over eventually as the opportunity presents itself. What's the,
I am a shadow.
How come this guy can't deploy?
Treading softly.
Oh, maybe we have to level him up before he can deploy. I trained him, but I don't know if... Here, we'll go see if we can do something to some of these Ebdanian agents. Let's take this navy and attack some of these Ebdani... Are these Ebdanians? No, they're Picts. We need to attack some of these Pictish agents. Or army... navies, whatever the heck they are. The something. I got plenty of ramming ships and plenty of artillery ships. Auto-resolve has cheated me so many times. I'm just very reluctant to use it. So I'm going to fight this as much as it worries me, because sometimes I don't do any better than the auto-resolve, but still. And it looks like that it's going to be the next episode where, so yeah, it should be, I guess, Friday, where you'll actually get to see Sextus invade Londinium, siege the city, and Appius will go and take the other settlement there. So the invasion of Britannia is underway. It's been a long time in the making. Very excited to see it actually go down. Let's get our ramming ships out to the sides. Our artillery ships ought to be able to, I mean, like, I don't always have the best luck with them, but I ought to be able to cause some pretty considerable damage with that many of them. Let's just go ahead and bring our ramming ships up in front here to kind of protect the artillery. Let's kind of move forward just a little. Okay, as soon as their ships... I don't think their ships are going to want to move in range. They're moving a little bit now. I don't know what they're doing. Surely they won't want to just sit back and take the artillery barrage. That would be absolute buffoonery, even for the AI. Let's see if we can just get my artillery ships in range. That ought to force the AI into an attack. I do not know where they're going, but they're sailing in nice, pretty little lines. Once again, the pathfinding is just so odd in naval battles. I really wish they would do some work on naval battles. They have the potential to be absolutely awesome, and they were good. Like in Napoleon, they were really good. The ship battles, I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, they weren't perfect, but they were good. It was a lot of fun. I've never seen the AI do this. They are just like sailing over to the corner, and I don't know why they would be doing such a thing. But yeah, I don't play a ton of naval battles, but I've never seen the AI behave like it is right now. Okay, let's just go ahead and fast forward. Yeah, they've just kind of like repositioned further over towards the edge of the map. I think as soon as we come within artillery range, they'll just bum rush me, which is fine. I'm not particularly worried about it. I'm still just outside of artillery range. Okay, this ought to put me in onager range. And the AI should start rushing at this point. As soon as my guys start firing, I'll turn on the barrage. Wow, I think we already sunk one of their ships. Sure did. Great. You guys want to hit anything back there with the artillery? That'd be fine. That'd be perfectly fine. I'm going to go ahead and give a ram order on that ship just in case, because it's headed in. May hit it with artillery. My guys have orders to fire at will. Okay, that ship's gone. Just go ahead and ram here. We're going to need to ram this ship. Ram here. Okay, good, good, good.
Orders on one of our ships! Repel them!
Between the artillery and the ramming ships, I've got pretty solid position here. I wonder if I have time to turn around with this ship. I might. Let's go ahead and ram here. I'm just going to let my artillery keep firing away. It's done a pretty good job so far.
The enemy general is dead!
Yes, he is. Let's go ahead and give an attack order right here. A ram order, I should say. A lot of fire coming in from my artillery.
Weapons ready! One of our our ships is being boarded.
Where was that at? Maybe right there in the center. Okay, ram order. I'm gonna miss my ram order there, so let's get it. I got boarded on a couple spots, even though it was pretty plain that that's what was happening. Let's go around here. I'm gonna use my artillery ships to kill some of the archer ships. Okay.
A ship is being assaulted. Cast them back.
Okay, good. We can push forward over here. Just give ram orders. Give a ram order back here. Try and save some of the ships that have been boarded. It's looking like it's going to go extremely well for us at this point. We're not going to lose many of our men. Got plenty of ram ships coming through. Okay, got another good ram there. These ships are about to go under. Okay, sunk another vessel. Let's actually ram the spear ship, because the archer ship's about to eat a lot of fire.
The ocean favors us. Victory
Yes,
is
it does. All right, sweet. I actually got a clean naval victory for once. There is a first time for everything, apparently. So, very easy victory there. We can try and sink the other Pictish transport fleet as well, which definitely needs doing. But I will see you back for that on the next episode. Heir of Carthage, signing out for now.